What about Bhutan, Somalia, or Vietnam, or Ukraine, Salvador, and Afghanistan? You have the choice on where you want to go. You have to stay here worrying if this place won't overflow. All we ask for in return is some recognition. How would you feel if you were in my position? When my teacher asked me, when you're older, what are you going to be? I didn't expect to grow up and be called a refugee. I didn't expect to see my home bombed and put to ruin. I didn't expect to experience so much violence and racism. I didn't expect to experience so much persecution and prejudice. I didn't expect to be in this situation. Do you not realize that I am also human? Do you not realize that I could have been like you? You could have been like me, but now I have to call myself a refugee. I can't depend on anyone but myself. One day, maybe tomorrow, I'll understand why this is happening. But until then, I'll be waiting for the day I'll be free. Sitting here bottling up all this fear, waiting for the day all this corruption will disappear. They could have been you, they could have been me, but now we call them a refugee. Thank you. Signs for war.
Grief, sadness, resilience, and loss. Feelings people experience every single day. It hurts so bad, yet we feel helpless, hopeless. We need that one line that's like in the darkness. Power, though, is a dangerous and debatable topic on its own. Leaders may have power, but their throne is full of darkness. A throne that's as black as the devil, and pieces of the galaxies. Why? Why does having power make people think there's superiority? Allah is the one for eternity and the one for life. Yet why? Why does war interfere? Families in our ummah, the people that struggle every single day to survive, do our supposedly inspirational leaders really help? Or do they just give to get attention from the public? Our families in Syria and Palestine are trapped and hurt. We will protest for our rights and of course our ummahs. Yet why? Why does war interfere with our family? War is violence. You see people get killed like a lamb, slaughtered to our eyes and ears. It says peaceful, the stranger gets killed. One death among our almost 8 billion growing population means nothing. As Muslims, violence can be won into doing what we do best. And that's making dua and istighfar. We are so lucky and so fortunate to be able to let Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we need help. But war comes with weapons that are just too high tech. Bombs and airstrikes destroying cities, guns and grenades destroying communities. Why? Why does war interfere? I'm just so sick and tired of people thinking they need the throne when all they do is just laugh. They think nothing of what really needs to be done. We have to protest, we have to share, we have to spread awareness everywhere. We need peace. Please, we have to stop the deceased. We should donate. It's never too late. And indeed, make dua, because as Muslims, that is the key to humanity. And that key is unlocked right there. But no one ever chooses that path because they know having power is limited and being simply powerless is unlimited. It's finally as peaceful so the dove can finally soar up in the fresh, vivid blue skies and into the galaxies. Jazakallahu khairan.
Allah for live दिखाने
is humanity. I had given hope when our death rate increased in 2020. The money we have is plenty, kept in securely locked safes, and we feel bad every day seeing waves. I must say, I lost my faith in humanity. We just live in a tragedy. Our hearts are made of rocks. Did we seal our brains in a steel box? While others are dying, we are fighting. And fighting for what? For war? For peace? Only Allah knows our intentions. We have only one earth where there are rising tensions. Neptune will freeze us, while Venus will burn us. Those little wounds, those little cuts will hurt even more if we add salt. But I don't add salt. Says everyone. The point is not one man for himself. When together, we won. Humanity is not a single word. But since our eyesight is blurred, we can see that a total of 8,5,311,488 people live here. fault that will align you maybe, but don't fall in the rabbit hole. A mouse you may be, but don't just squeak when alone, but when all together. We are not weak. We lived once with everyone, but now with no one. Of all the money, kings, riches, land, only those who are strongly bonded together still stand. Spirituality is the basis of humanity. Our spirit soars as we rise as humans. It's not what we can, but what we can. Together, united and peaceful. Even the dictionary is on collectivity. We can show our productivity. We must unite to present our creativity. But to each other, we must not show captivity. A jumble of words and lines of power. What I say will plant a small seedling, a tree or flower. The seedling will grow to be big and strong, and it will live very long. Providing shade to those who need it most. Clean for them the post. That shade will provide power to those who are empowered, and they will overpower. Those words planted a seed. This led to so much. The small deed. We divide ourselves in two. And out of the most people, most are cruel. The Jews and the innocent are just a few. And those few have the fear. Well, no path is clear. Are we all not from the same earth? Isn't it where we were given birth? Then why does the U.S. Palestine differ then? I say it again, humanity is not a single word, but a question. Asking, will you care, will you share, and will you respect? Jazakallah.
Connecting with each other, we chose to listen to the whispers of the devil, like the kings who became tyrannical rebels. Why humanity? Was it that God brought us in this world, planning and intending that there would be no kindness in this society? Is that the reason? Because clearly, we're contradicting their books and our book. And is that the lesson that we took? Why humanity? Why aren't we forgiving? 9/11, an event that happened so long ago, yet everybody still fears us Muslims. We can't go anywhere without getting discriminated against, feeling below humanity for being who we are. And why is that? Why humanity? Why do we judge based on the color of someone's skin, but not the color of their hearts? If only humanity would see what's to come in the hereafter, maybe, just maybe, would we change our cruel ways. Why humanity? Why did our ancestors or parents move to this country and weren't they promised equality? Then why is it when we hear the gunshots in Palestine, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen go boom, it's just a ringing in our ears? We talk about it, not act upon it. We just see it. Well, they have to flee it. They live it. And then guess what? We forget it. Why humanity? Why are our hearts as hard as rock when they try to seek refuge? We say, no, we don't want you in our country, as if they're a disgrace to society. But in reality, the decisions we make when they don't agree, when they force them down upon their knee, are the true disgrace to this humanity. Why humanity? Why do we force them to go live on the streets and then we ignore their screeches for help when all they ask for is one chance to prove their worth? But no, we choose to sugarcoat it as a problem of their own. We choose to leave them alone, prone to committing crime, when that was your last resort for survival, since we blocked out their cries for help. But it's fine, because God created us to make these mistakes and to fix them, and the next generation might condemn. So.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rehan and I'm from Saba's Academy. Today I'll be reciting my poem about humanity. The Prophet's way sent for humanity is best. It helps, it heals, it corrects. But for some who don't see, it ruins, it makes burdens, plus it makes them rude. So we best try to follow the Prophet's way on humanity and go crazy. With all the crazy deeds they did will only get punished. Don't you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us all our test? This is how we do as humanity. Because one day everyone will pass away. No one, nor anyone in humanity Only the souls will rise up and go to Mecca. And once they leave there, they will be judged for the deeds. That is the day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge us to see how we did as humanity on this earth. So do a lot of good deeds, then you're on the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you did a lot of bad deeds, then you're on the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Humanity, Jazakallah.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Saba. I'm from Playba Elementary School, and the title of my poem is There Is No Return. Bombs drop, gunshots fire, people's lives are taken. We used to be one, united and strong, our rivers run red with our blood. What happened to helping people out? What happened to caring about the poor? What happened to being kind to the orphans? What happened to our world? I have forgotten what it looks like to see people get along, where black and white could talk for hours long, where it didn't matter if you were poor or rich. But did I really forget, or did it just never exist? There is no once upon a time, because it's been there from the very beginning. Back when discrimination wasn't even considered a crime, where people would own others as slaves, where if anyone of color misbehaves, they would be buried in their graves. But how? How can some people sleep peacefully while others are struggling to find shelter? How can some people throw out their food while others are starving? How can some people watch the chaos on TV and still choose to do nothing? We are setting ourselves up for failure. War after war, we never seem to learn that when something is destroyed, there is no return. Yet we sit there without concern. What about all the children that are getting abducted one by one? And when a cry for help is sent out, apparently nothing can be done? What about all the people who are getting killed, lying on the ground as their blood is getting spilled? What about all the people who have to bow down because of the color of their skin? But now it's not even considered a sin. Why does every solution to a problem need to be a gun? To some people it's only fun to watch as they kill innocent lives. But it got to a point where it all made sense. You see, humanity is merely a term they use for fun. It's a lie that all chose to spread. But look where that has led. The world is filled with humans but no humanity. The sun no longer brightens up the darkest days. There is no longer rest in the longest nights. Instead, there is only fight. I have seen the news, I have read all the stories, I have seen arguments over color. I have seen the world day by day become duller. It shocks me how cruel they can be, how they blind themselves and refuse to see the struggles that people all around us are going through. So what is humanity? Because everything I have seen so far has been nothing but insanity. Many hearts are filled with sorrow, hoping and praying for a better tomorrow. Many people are just waiting for humanity, but what they don't realize is that it is just a mentality. How do you expect them to have hope for a better future? How do you expect them to look at the bright side when day after day, tons of people die? How much longer do you want me to live this way? You say discrimination doesn't exist, yet when we come and ask for help, we get dismissed. You say racism is long gone, yet people are afraid to walk on their own lawns. Wake up. Wake up. You think the world is perfect, just wait until you see all their lies. Built an army, labeled it as a factory, told the soldiers they were fighting for salary. Turning human beings into machines, taught them to ignore all the painful screams. Shoot the last man standing, that is the mentality that they are planting. The world isn't a fairy tale and it will never be. You're a fool if you think everyone will always agree. But that shouldn't change who you choose to be. Fight for what you believe for, even if the whole world disagrees.
Walk away, but how could I when they try to lead us astray? In Syria, America, Palestine, and France, there's always restrictions in every single way. In Palestine, they say to keep your calm and walk away, but how could I when my country is being torn away? Our family members are passing away day by day. They're doing it to establish order, they say. They'll find a way. Life in Palestine, is that how it's going to be? Day by day, wishing they were free? In America, they say to keep your calm and walk away, but how could I? Our voices have been ignored, but now we stand together, united and restored. All lives matter, you know, they hear our cry for justice every single day. In Syria, they say to keep your calm and walk away, but no meal to pay. People are dying of thirst and hunger, and some of them are younger than me. In France, they say keep calm and walk away, but how could I when they take my rights away? I walk outside and people stare, all because of what I wear. It shouldn't be banned. It's a woman's choice of what she wants to wear. The hijab's its choice, so let's get up and raise our voice. They say, keep our calm and walk away, but they don't know what it's like to face this every single day. Be it Syria, America, Palestine, and France, let's take this chance to raise our fists way up high and let them hear our battle cry. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Omar Nasser, and my poem is titled Humanity. Why can't a man mumble instead of to fumble the words of humanity, let alone his actions which cannot explain his sanity? All the man does is whack and smack and talk back and make fun of the man who calls himself black. Plus the only thing he talks to others are the words of profanity. That's the level of insanity. The man doesn't have this feeling that would be probable to be possible and to be appealing, that would change his life forever better if he was ever clever, to have brotherhood, love, and care for the world instead of to not caring for humanity, to act and improve on its own. This isn't the only man I'm talking about. A lot of people are the cause of the world to be in a chaotic drought. And to conclude, this is how we will all fall down to get knocked out. The loss and the toss of the lack of humanity has thrived and existed through and across all societies. Let me take you around the roundabout. We got clubs, bars, wars, and viruses like COVID, AIDS, and SARS. We got drugs and thugs who choose to murder their victims like microscopic bugs. We got the brutal government chewing on our taxes and their war crimes committed by them. Now we don't give our brain knowledge to even condemn. For this corruption continues and produces the world's harshness and mayhem. Is this the world that anyone would like to speak in the afterlife or in the afterworld? Where are the words of the Prophet who said and read the words of Salaam alaikum, and yet the world's response now is Al-Harbu al-Kalam alaikum? Is this the world that we want to live in, my brothers? No, rather we are decreed by our Lord to care for others and to protect our mothers and to give zakat to the poor, and for the love of the world, care for each other and for one another. And the man should pause through the struggles of his claws to expose the world's flaws, and to give the time to think more about spreading the words of peace than to follow the Sharia law. And to stand strong with his weak or powerful brother, for this is my call. And to stand strong against the wind of struggles of the world, for his inhumane injustices are already leading this mighty earth to its downfall.
The Amish looked shocked. I've never seen such a sight. Changing the crystal clear azure waters, my mother held her Tria close to her heart, sobbing as we left our ancestral home. The mango and guava grove still fresh in my head. It was for the better, dear child. Why would it not, they said. With promises of families promenading on cobblestone lanes, a land brimming with many jewels, silks, and golds. So we stepped upon the cracked wood of the dock, unsure of what would unfold. We sailed for days upon days with no salvation, the children around us becoming frail and sick, their parents coughing crimson and new tribulation. As I clutched my brother to my chest, waiting for my dreams to come true, the guise of land eluded us, never spotted by the passengers or tired crew, until we finally reached upon the burnt ground. The red uniformed men began pouring from every door, armed with long whips furled in their palms. They dragged my father away, and I questioned my mother. She pulled us away, covering our eyes, and told us to remain calm. Instead, a lump had formed in my chest to the sounds just beyond the wall. I knew that she couldn't break her will, that she would stand tall. Harvesting each ripe cane under the watchful eye of my master, together me and my mother sang our hushed chants, a reminder of our Indian heritage, of where we came from, balancing the husks upon our powerful heads, placing the husks for miles upon miles like crowns, with no stop until sunset for only a pound of cornbread. We were forced to forget our heritage, so we adapted to the new language of English. English, forced to forget all we knew, to pretend like life before was ill-informed. They embedded in us a legacy of violence and scarcity. Yet we held on to hope, refusing to accept, grasping at our disconformity. By the time the uniformed men and I left, our names had changed, our languages, religions, and identities lost. No more sense of self. The ultimate cause, traditions, and heirlooms were stolen while we were working. Empires built and crumbled upon our backs. New dangers lurking. Resilience. Resilience is a whisper, though as quiet as the blades of grass sown into fields. We are part of this land now. Its canopy of trees. It nourishes and protects us. Our children will succeed.
Here's a message I long to send. The world is filled with people, different skin tones, different backgrounds, different ethnicities. Today, if you look to your left or your right, you will see people with skin tones black and white. Yet when we see a black man shopping, we yell thief. But when we see a white man rule, we say, yes, chief. Why can't we be compassionate? Why can't we be fair? Why can't we show everyone the same amount of care? The real reason is because our humanity has died down, and so have our values. How have we forgotten that we belong to each other? Why won't we help each other recover? A question I ask you all. Dear humanity, it may or may not be too late, but even if, we can still change fate. Show equality and equity to all. Help someone no matter where they may fall. Humanity is the one quality that identifies us from others. When humanity is left behind, a society has no place to shine. How can I tell you? How can I explain? We all are the exact same. Dear humanity, please listen to me. Although people may not be the way you aspire them to be, love, forgive your sisters and brothers. After all, we are from the same mother. We are dying second by second, yet we cannot reckon the chaos that we have created. Dear humanity, I'm running out of time. I want you to remember me. Remember that I, humanity, am the one strand that is keeping us together. Care now or regret forever. Humanity, I ask you again, what is this tragedy? But in the end, we brought upon us this. I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm definitely disappointed. After all, we are the root cause of all this commotion. This is your last chance to do well, so I beg you to be kind and fair and encourage others to do so as well, because right now, it seems as if we are all trapped inside our own shells. Do something, humanity, please.
He had a plan to make his entire country literate, even though none of this was his concern. Hirohito was a terrorist, yet he found the human side of him and showed scientists the way. Yet he found the human side of him and did a good deed. Free healthcare, free education, and free housing for those in need. Genghis Khan, a ruthless conqueror, he did plan. He took over many territories with one goal: expand. Yet he found the human side of him and did something fair, you see. He made it so that your birth status does not affect who you grew up to be. Pharaoh was Egypt's pharaoh. He was an arrogant person. He treated his people absolutely terribly. That much is certain. Yet he found the human side of him and did something good. He adopted a young prophet Musa ﷺ because his wife said he should. And this shows that you can't take humanity out of anyone. Humanity stays with everyone, especially in the long run. Even the most malicious people needed humanity to live, no matter how much bad they've done, and no matter how much they've sinned. And I'm not defending these people and saying that they are good. They cause so much strife. Yet, if those people were able to find that good side, why can't you and I? We all have humanity. We just have to find it. So put others before yourself and show what humankind is.
أي ما يتوقف يجوا بس जाओगे बैठक थोड़ा मैं स्कूल देखो हाँ आपने स्कूल का लेकिन जौनपुर जा रहे हैं कहाँ कौन नहीं लंदन जाए
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Lisa and I'm Marwa and our poem is called America's Lives. The TV blasted loud in a tiny living room that didn't make a sound. Cheers echoed from the TV, people joyful and proud as the saviors or beautifully content crowd. The flag was hung high in memory of the ones that died, filling the survivors with pride. The red, white, and blue shine bright. Everything about it just seemed right. Goosebumps spread across my arms. My heart filled with joy. Because of them, their country had been destroyed. Every one of their people overjoyed by the chains of oppression they were able to avoid. This is what they call humanity. Patriotic music filled the air. The melody of hope met despair. And as the sound wafted in the air, I closed my eyes and imagined I was there. With the calming breeze flowing through my hair, and the sound of children and them laughing without a care. They were perfect, never to compare. Oh, how beautiful humanity was, true and fair. My yearnings for this imaginary place grew deeper as my eyes relieved the screen. Scared, I missed something serene. From the luscious green grass to the crystal clear ocean and everything in between. But my happiness ended quick as I looked at my father's face. Closing the TV, he sat quietly, not in the mood to talk entirely. I always wondered why he hated them. So caring and kind, what could possibly be wrong with them? My mother walked in the room. My father glances at her, his face full of gloom. She sighs and sits beside me, the sweet scent of her perfume wafting around me. I wish they saw what I see. Did they not understand? They kept their people free. They were amazing. How could one disagree? But as the soldiers invaded my home, and I caught a glimpse of the flag that they so proudly shone, and the red and blue shine bright, my smile turned into a frown, and my eyes burned with fire from the bottom of hell's desires. And as the alarms rang and the cries of the children began, I realized I had been a fool and succumbed to the weight of the world just like Atlas who'd been cruel. I started to understand the hatred my parents felt, and slowly the illusions began to melt. As the truth became clear for all to see, I started to realize how naive I could be. How could they sit there without a worry or a doubt? I once thought of America with admiration, a place that seemed right out of my imagination. But as I see them ripping apart my home, and I hear the devastation and the endless cries, and I choke on the smell of burning flesh, my home, my family, all I've ever known, now in ruins became unknown. Our cries for mercy they chose not to hear, but instead watched us as we shook in fear. Is this what they call humanity? I once dreamed I could see the so-called America, where the skies are so blue and the grass so green, but I've been blinded by TV, and they truly had deceived me. The bombs led my home as the rockets blasted through its core, and the tear gas blinded my eyes, and the shining white light took my loved ones away. Humanity isn't true. The authorities acting as if they don't have a clue of the struggle and pain they put us through. If only everyone else knew. You see, my view of this world isn't pessimistic. It's only that I'd rather avoid being unrealistic. And as they so proudly sing, the bombs bursting in air have proved to the night that our flag was still there. Our people were dying and leaving this world, and some stayed wishing they didn't, because they had nothing to live for, as the Americans took more and more. Is this what they call humanity? Caring about themselves while we all live in a calamity, and they have the audacity to accuse us of brutality. While they parade their work to songs of profanity and have brought generations to the brink of insanity. So this is what they call humanity. The walls echoed my childhood rhymes are now detonated and left in the ruins covered in grime. Tears welled up in my eyes, a river streamed down my face, my emotions calling them out as a disgrace. And as the dust was carried by the wind, I walked away knowing humanity really didn't exist and was just where people chose to twist. I left my home and all I ever knew. So now I ask you, is this what they call humanity? Because surely this is just insanity.
Humanity, a tapestry of life, woven with threads of love and strife, a mosaic of colors, a symphony of sound, a never-ending story that's always unbound. From the depths of despair to the heights of hope, we journey through life, we learn to cope with the challenges that come our way, and the joys that make us want to stay. We are warriors, we are peacemakers, we are dreamers, we are risk-takers, we are explorers, we are pioneers, we are artists, we are engineers. We are our beliefs. We are unique in our ways, but we share a common destiny and a desire to make our mark in this phase. We have the power to change the world, to create a better tomorrow, to rise above our differences and to end all sorrow. We are warriors, we are peacemakers, we are dreamers, we are risk-takers, we are explorers, we are pioneers, we are artists, we are engineers. Humanity, a tapestry of life, woven with threads of love and strife. May we celebrate our diversity and embrace our shared humanity.
We talk about humanity, call ourselves a community. Today's community, how many of us stand truthfully for one another, start showing love not only to your siblings, father or mother. Our generation is dead. The world is not what it was, people being judged by the color of their skin. The world is not what it was, people being judged by the color of their skin. When it was once filled with purity, love, and respect, once united, filled with purity, love, and respect, once united, now we're divided. Communities that were once together, now rebel against each other. Battles break out, poverty increased, day by day, hour by hour. Mothers pleading for help, children begging for food, bombings, explosions, and shootings now shower over what was once fertile, but now barren. They call it the United Nations, but are we united? Do we help each other in sickness and health? Do we show love and compassion for one another? Or do we discriminate against and hate each other? They say love is like a star, yet sometimes it feels like we have lost it. Our prophet once said, "Shall I tell you what to do to find love? Let there be peace amongst you. Let there be peace and love will grow, where all wars will end and everyone will be friends. We should not trade the bad for the good, as that is being greedy, as is indeed better that he spends and makes stronger treaties." Years after years, we're losing our image of being human. The killing of innocents, the poor being wronged by the rich, the hurt and pain slashed across people's hearts, and will you and I devour a meal to eat? Others just adjust to their mode of existence, their mode of survival, to live. And what about Palestine, Syria, and Yemen? Orphans hide in corners with arms and feet curled. They're in constant worry, and here we are, finishing bowls and bowls of curry. When is this bloodshed going to stop? When is all this hate going to hit a low? How can we support these crimes in these Western times, following trends and having fake pity? And we see our brothers fall, yet we do nothing at all. Our generation is all that is left. One that's obsessed with social media, full of false media, a walking fitna, corrupting our world, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, killing our souls. But hold on, not yet, because our generation is not dead. Simply said, hiding under a dark veil, waiting for a spark, or rather, in a state of comatose instead. Because there will always be those who lead, not following the example, but as an example, one whose character is as pure as a prophet's soul.
Trayvon Martin. I am Tatiana Jefferson. I am George Floyd, and we are the victims of racism. I was looked down upon because of my identity. My appearance was looked at someone up to no good. To those who judge me by my identity, did you know who I was? Did you think if I was someone's son, friend, or brother before taking my life? Did you not think about my family, my people, and the people I see every day would feel? Did you not think about the grief it would bring to my people? Did you not think I see every day? Why was my life taken away? Why me? When will racism end? When will parents of children of color stop worrying about their children getting killed? They expect us to trust you to hold our children and help them when you're the same people who killed them. I am Trayvon Martin, the child who was taken away from his mother when I was only 17 years old. I am George Floyd. I was kneeled down against my own will. I was ignored by bystanders as they watched me, as I said, please, they cannot read. They watched me till my last breath. They took the life of a father, a husband, and much more. They took me away from her, my 7-year-old daughter, and let her to grieve. My family, my people. Why didn't you let me grieve? Why did you take my life away? Why did you take me away from my family? Did you not think of the harm you're causing taking my life? Did you not think about my family, my people? If I had a child waiting at home, counting on
runner-up is Aruba Khan. You want to stand up to the Yeah, and then I call somebody else. And then the second place challenger is Muhammad Naz.
cái naam bata rahe hain हाँ ऐसे बच्चा गया था उसका ये नहीं बात है वहाँ पे ऐसा नाम
And our first place champion is Asia Kumar. Okay, so I'll call everybody up now to get their certificate of participation, and we can get everybody, inshallah, on stage to get a group picture. Inshallah, Riaz. Ibrahim Mer. Just gonna see. Zainab Sayyida.
Safa मैंने नहीं लिया एक भी नहीं
Salma Masri.
उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया है ना ऐसे उन्होंने भी अच्छा किया लेकिन
And
वापस
Noel
कुछ करना था
Shabazz. Rehan Kanji.
टाइम पे इन टाइम पे जो करना होता है ना उसको ख़त्म करना इन टाइम पे भी तो होता है ना कुछ का बड़ा हो जाता है तो वो हिम्मत कर जाता है
Sohail Amar. Fatima Abdullahi.
माशाल्लाह बहुत सही बच्चा
Omar Nasser. Isra Anwar. Orkhan Sharif. Zunaira Rasool. Aliza Rizwan.
सबने बहुत अच्छा किया इससे कोई शक नहीं सब बहुत अच्छा किया
Sarah Hamid. Raja Alarka. Hafsa Osman. And Ryan Hashim.